Hello, and welcome to this Using the Open Data Portal video. This video aims to give you a quick step-by-step guide on how to benefit from the fantastic functionality of the NHSBSA Open Data Portal. So, let's get started. This is the homepage of the Open Data Portal. From here, you can quickly search for datasets, you can pick one of the latest datasets, or you can use the links near the top of the page to view all the available datasets or see them grouped by themes. If I click the Themes button, I'll be taken to this page, where I can see the datasets grouped by a common subject. For example, community prescribing and dispensing, or hospital and provider medicines. The team here at NHSBSA are always working on new projects, so expect to see more here soon. In this example, I'm going to pick the community prescribing and dispensing theme. From here, I can pick the dataset that I want to view. For example, I can pick the English prescribing dataset. This takes me to the specific dataset page, where I can read the key information, guidance, and updates, and importantly, get access to the data itself. Within this dataset, there are many months of data. I can scroll down, find the one I want to use, and then I have two options. I can either click the Explore button, or click the hyperlink name. The Explore button gives me four options. If I want to download the dataset in its entirety without filtering, I can choose the Download CSV, which would give me a CSV file, or download the zip, which will give me a zip file. It should be noted that many of these datasets are very large and will often be more than a gigabyte in size. If I would like to connect to the data through an API, I can choose the Data API option, and details of how to use the API are displayed. If I instead click on the hyperlink name, or if I choose the preview option, I'll be taken to a page where I can apply filters to the dataset before I download. This Data Explorer page allows me to drill down and only download the rows or columns that I require from the dataset. It should be noted that if I decide that I would still like the full dataset, or connect via an API, I can use these buttons at the top of the page. To start filtering the dataset before I download it, I need to click Add Filter. This allows me to choose the field or column that I want to filter. All columns in the dataset can be filtered, and they are listed alphabetically here. For example, I could filter this data to just return a specific practice in the dataset. If I choose Practice Name, I can then click and just start typing the name of the practice I want to view, and then select it from the drop-down. The Data Explorer will now only display data for my chosen practice. I could further filter this dataset by adding a filter to another column. To do so, I can click Add Filter again, and select a second column that I'd like to filter. For example, BNF Chapter plus Code. I can then use the same process to select an item within that to filter by. I can even add another value to an existing filter. So for example, I could add a second practice by clicking the Select Value option here and searching again for another practice. I can click it, and once again, the data will return for these two practices for that BNF chapter. It's also possible to select which columns of data are included in your download. To deselect or select the columns you want to include, right-click on a column heading and tick or untick the columns. In my example, I may want to remove the address columns. Only columns that are ticked will be included in your download. Once I am ready to download my dataset, all I need to do is to go to the Data Explorer option button and choose how I'd like to extract the data. I can select CSV, compressed CSV, or JSON file. I can then select Download Filtered Records, and my extract will begin. It should be noted that if my dataset is larger than around 35,000 rows, my only download option will be compressed CSV. Finally, it's useful to note that this page contains a data dictionary area, where the key definitions for the columns used are listed. We really hope that you find the Open Data Portal both useful and easy to use, and that you can benefit from the rich datasets it provides. Remember, if you require extra information or have any queries, you can contact the help team and they will assist in any way possible. Thanks for watching.